It'll be 22 years.
22 years.
That I have not seen him.
Hannah Broom clings to the last memories she has of her two younger brothers. In 2 decades, she has not stopped searching for them.
I just want to know if they're okay.
The family split up when the kids were sent to different foster homes.
When I went back to find out, can I see my brothers? They said no, they're adopted.
Over the years, Broom used every resource she could, but her brother's adoption records are sealed. Then one day last year, she came across a DNA kit online. Broom is certainly not alone. More than 26 million Americans have used one.
The two main reasons are ancestry. The other reason is for health-related conditions.
Extracting DNA is nothing new. 60 years ago, doctors removed DNA from an African-American woman, Henrietta Lacks, without her knowledge or consent. Researchers went on to use her cells to develop a multitude of medical treatments. She died in obscurity, and her family has never been compensated for her contributions to modern medicine. What happened to Lacks raised a debate over privacy rights and informed consent.
When you think about the genetics and DNA, that is closer to me than maybe a password that I could change or anything else. We can't change our DNA.
Broom still has hopes one of her brothers will do the test and they will be matched and found. Meanwhile, questions are being raised. Exactly what personal data are you giving up when you swab your cheek or spit into that vial and send them in to the companies?
When we do one of these home DNA testing kits, are we opening ourselves up to security and privacy concerns?
What happens now when a hacker comes in and takes the entire database of millions?
Cybersecurity expert Scott Choper says the companies allow you to opt out of giving them permission to share the info with a third party, but that won't stop hackers or even law enforcement. In fact, several high-profile cold cases were cracked this way, most notably the capture of the infamous Golden State Killer. So could your DNA be used against someone you're related to?
If law enforcement pushed the envelope and said, hey, I'm going to a judge and get a court order and I'm going to subpoena and I want to be able to do that, guess what? They can do that, and most of the times these companies will cave.
Medical experts say there's more to be concerned about than just genetic privacy and data security issues.
The FTC, which is really responsible for false advertising, ought to step in and stop these tests from being sold to people because they're really ripping off the public.
Scott Deal is a professor at Rutgers Biomedical Health Sciences Department. He says the tests serve a purpose for budding genealogists, but he warns against the inaccuracy of tests that make promises like identifying the right skincare or nutrition plan for your body, or even a claim to determine a genetic risk for diseases.
These diseases are actually caused by hundreds of genes, each one having a little small effect. And these tests were sometimes picking up just 1 or 2 or at most a dozen of these genes.
Deal is also concerned about a Big Brother database that potential employers can glean information from and use against you in employment. But for Hannah Broom, it may be her last chance.
And it gives me hope. It really gives me hope.
I'm Shirley Chand for Pix 11 News.